Hey guys, what's up? And guess what? There's three of us tonight. Welcome to the DrumQuig Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Troy.
And we've got a very special guest tonight, Mr. One and Only DePool. DePool, we're going to call you a plethora of the two for the rest of the night, but welcome to the show, man.
Doesn't matter. I've been called worse. I'm doing all right.
Probably by better, too. So how you doing, Jay? First of all, how you feeling? How's things going with that?
And today's the first day I have not been in pain, so it's good. You know, getting on an airplane tomorrow. That'd be my luck when it comes back.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw you were in the hospital the other day. It's like, well, I want to ask him how he's doing. So
yeah, I'm doing much better now.
Good deal.
Pointless trip to the hospital. As soon as I get there, I pass the kidney stone and then I go home. So there's a $5,000 lesson learned.
I actually have done that very thing. They put the dye in you, the kidney stone pops out, and you're done. So
we didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
We were just finished blood work, and they're like, "Here's a cup," and I'm like, "That might not happen." So I go and I do that thing after chugging 2 bottles of water real quick, and in the middle of filling that cup, you hear thunk.
Yeah, wow.
There it was. 5 minutes later, I'm like, it hurts down there, but I could go home now. Sat there for another 3 hours, and it's just like, oh, come on.
Yeah, and then the pain's pretty much gone after that.
Oh yeah, just the residual stuff after that.
Yes.
But we started this off extremely gross. So.
I was gonna say, like, that was that's a first. Like, obviously,
I am so real and don't care about nothing, man. It's just like that's the way it is.
Well, that's one of the reasons we wanted to talk to you. Is just I love that. You know, it's like a guy that's got a Jesus hat and he's doing a cover of a Slipknot song. I love it.
Believe it or not, those are all like by request. A real close friend of mine who started off as a fan, and dude just sent me a Sabian vault cymbal because he knows I really like the Sabian vaults, and he's had it just sitting around because he's a Peisty guy.
Right.
And he's become a really good friend. Hi, Joe. And like he'll hit me up like all the time. I'll be like, man, I don't know what I'm going to cover. He'll just be like, Pantera or Slayer. I go, shut up, because I don't like Pantera or Slayer at all. And then he'll be like, fine, Slipknot. And he's been asking me for Slipknot and Sleep Token for like since he found out about my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I just do it to entertain him mostly. Like, so like I mainly only try to do, godly stuff, because it's just I try not to be involved in secular music a lot and things like that, because just my history of where I come from, and I just try to stay away from a lot of it. But sometimes I'll do it just to make my viewers happy. It's like I've tried since YouTube came out to get a following, and then I finally just said, screw it, I'm going to use my real name and I'm going to do drum covers that have no production and are just easy to do. And then it got popular, and then came the production, and it became hard to do. And the full-time hours into this thing, like every week I'm dumping at least 35 hours into video editing covers. And the thing is when I do the covers, I don't pre-do anything. I'm just sitting there on YouTube and I go, hey, that's cool. And I download the song, break it up into tracks with an app, put it in my recording studio, bounce it to my laptop, go to my studio, try to figure out the song, and then come home and do it. Like, it's like, I really put no time into my covers. So when you see me messing up, it's because I just learned the song 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I love that part too, though. So it's very cool. Yeah, the fine line between music is like, yeah, this drummer's really great, but their lyrics are horrible. You have to walk that line sometimes. I've always had that too. I don't like Slayer or Pantera either for a myriad of reasons.
Like Joe's sitting there fuming in his seat like right now.
Sorry, Joe.
He's just grrr.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards the progressive end. So, because their lyrics weren't as bad, Big Rush fan and everything. So, Dream Theater.
Yeah. Like I have so much respect for bands like Dream Theater and Periphery and
Oh man.
Polyphia just for their sheer talent. But it's just like that's music made for musicians.
Yep.
It is.
I can only listen to it for a few minutes.
I'm the same way.
Now there's a couple songs. One song by Dream Theater in particular, when it gets to the solo section, it's like, oh, there goes the song. Next. And that is Dance of Eternity.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
after that ragtime part, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm out. And I'm out right there where the solos start. And it's just like, man, come on, stop. Give me one song that's just groovy, you know? like I'm an old school Korn addict. Like I found out about Korn on the debut MTV2 broadcast of Blind.
Oh my gosh.
At like 4 a.m, I was like 11 years old. And it was called Primus Picks. There was a show on MTV2 from like 2 o'clock in the morning to like 5 in the morning.
And you were 11 and you were up watching this. I just needed to
know. No, mom didn't know. I'm just saying, like I was having a sleepover at a buddy's house during a cicada infestation. I don't know why I remember all that. Every time I went to an all-nighter at a friend's house, nobody stayed up. Nobody could do it. And I'm just sitting there like, well, I guess I'll do this. But no, it was on Primus was like, here, you know, Les Claypool being the way he talks. Yeah, here's this band out of Bakersfield, California called Korn. I went mute. And I was like, they're called Korn. I could care less. But I'm watching it and like seeing, you know, these people that don't look like modern musicians at all. They look weird. They're playing in the LA River. Like, what am I watching? And I hit the mute button again to unmute that thing, and right at "Are you ready?" Yeah. And I was just like, "Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready." like pre SpongeBob, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I sat there and watched that whole thing, and I was so mad I couldn't watch it again. Next day, I go to the record store. I'm like, "Hey, do you guys got the Korn album?" They go, "I'm sorry, what?" No, nobody knew what it was.
Wow.
And I managed to find it, though. I had to buy the record like 28, 29 times because my mom kept finding it.
Yeah, I've been through that.
Me too.
I actually told Jonathan Davis that story, and he just fell over laughing.
Wow.
Time out. You told Jonathan, like, what?
Yeah. Okay, so long story short, met Head right after he became a Christian.
Right.
He used to frequent Murfreesboro, Tennessee back then. I'm not going to go into the details of how we met, because if you ever meet him, be like, yeah, I heard this story from Jay DePool about how you met him in this certain place, and he'll walk away really, really fast.
Really? Okay.
It just so there's bad stuff there. But I met him there. My drummer, yes, I had a drummer, and was friends with Ray Lazier.
Okay.
As far as I know, he still is. So when they did the Night of the Living Dreads tour, which was Scar the Martyr, Joey Jordison's first side project, Rob Zombie, and Korn, I was backstage in the dressing room with Jonathan Davis, Fieldy, Head, Monkey, Ray Lazier, just hanging out with them like, well, hey, what's up? And so I got to tell Jonathan my Korn story. He thought that was hysterical. You know, Monkey was kind of secluded to his little corner.
Yeah.
But like all of those guys, super humble, just down to earth as it could be. Like, I love those guys. They're just so awesome.
See, I wanted to hear that. I've been waiting to hear that for a very long time, because I have a funny Korn story too.
Uh-oh.
Well,
in the words of Jonathan Davis, everybody has a Korn story.
Yeah. So when Columbia Records used to do the 12 CDs for a penny,
I still owe them like $100.
We didn't know what credit cards were. We were 10 or 11. And my brother and I both ordered 12 each. And they showed up at the house. Like, they didn't even take a credit card number from us, which I still thought was crazy, like, now knowing what that is. And so, like, we took out our CDs, and Follow the Leader by Korn was one of them. And I'm listening to it, and my parents found the CDs. So they're like, no, you got to send these back. Like, they're going to charge us for these. So they sent everything back, but I still had the Korn CD in the CD player. And it wasn't intentional. I wasn't hiding it. I was like, they sent it back, and I went back to the CD player and hit play, and I was like, oh.
Oops.
And I expected Columbia to reach out and be like, hey, you didn't send us one, and never heard from them again. So
lucky.
Oops.
No. I don't have a funny Korn story, so sorry.
That's your Korn story, is you don't have a Korn story.
I can give you a Murfreesboro connection, though. The opening songs played by a friend of ours, David Northrup, in his jazz band. So, studio musician down in Nashville, plays with Joe Nichols right now, I believe.
Okay.
But that's as close as I can get.
Hey, we got somewhere. Jay, I feel like I was going to ask you about your background, and I felt like that kind of was a little bit of a, I don't want to say a touchy.
What do you want to know, man? I don't care. That's why I'm here. I don't care. I just told you how I do my drum covers. I don't prepare any of them. Like, I'm just like, hey, that's a cool song. Like, go listen to the Jeremy Camp song I did. I can't remember what it's the first Jeremy Camp song I did. I did it like right before I got sick. I'm not saying they're related, but related.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not saying they're aliens, but aliens. Hold on, I'm looking. Give me a sec. Dude, I do like 10 videos a week. Give me a break. Ready Now. Okay, so I did the song Ready Now. If you go listen to the original and then listen to mine, it sounds like Rosanna, the Rosanna drummer, played Jeremy Camp.
Yeah.
Wait, Jeff Picaro?
Yeah.
Phillips, or when Greg Bissonette filled in for that brief amount of time.
Picaro, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong too.
Yeah.
That's how I say it. So
that's how Greg Bissonette said it today, because I literally watched a video today where they said his name. So
yeah, that dude is amazing.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah.
And terrible that he didn't get to be with us longer. So
I know. Well, funny, I got a Greg Bissonette story. I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong too.
Yeah, Bissonette. We met him.
If you go watch my day 2 Nashville Music City drum show video, I'm playing that pink sparkle
Dixon kit.
That Dixon kit. I had no idea that was Greg's kit.
I did. I saw you doing that.
No idea it was his kit. I just sat down. I'm like, here we go. Whatever. Like, I've got messages from people like, dude, did you realize you were playing drums right next to Sugarfoot? It's like, yes, I did.
Jonathan Moffat.
That didn't bother you? No. Dude, I sparked so much anger when I posted that that picture of with Jonathan Moffat 6 years ago, when I just started to dabble uploading some little drum videos. He liked and followed me on Instagram like 6 years ago. He was like one of my first drum followers. It was like right when he was like, hey, I'm going to try this online thing. And so when I referred to him as my first follower and legend, people got pissed. Like, you can't call him that. He's a legend. Like, I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't prep drum videos. I don't practice them. I just go up there, run it 2 or 3 times, and hit record. Like, sometimes it is really bad. But so, yeah, if you want to ask me about my past, go for it.
I don't know. Dad's got a question. I can hear
it. No, you're pulling the curtain back, so we know how it really is, which is cool.
Yeah.
No, we actually, our local music shop has a Greg Bissonette Dixon kit for sale when he did the clinic, but it's not pink sparkle, it's blue sparkle. So, but we met Greg a few times. Really cool guy, class act.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to physically meet him, but I saw people talking with him, and I didn't realize who it was. Like, I'm so oblivious.
I feel like we all are. Like, we saw the Aristocrats a couple years ago, right before Dad moved to Kentucky, with Marco Miniman, and like Guthrie and Brian walked by in the band, and we just went, and we looked at each other like, yeah, that was them. Oh, we missed
hey, it's that guy.
And we'd met Marco 20 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
Back when drum clinics didn't cost $200.
200. That's cheap.
What?
Yeah.
That's
cheap. I think Mangini's $250.
Yeah.
Superman's
you can get
$200.
Private lessons with you can get private lessons with Ray Lazier for that.
I know.
Yeah. Probably be more fun too.
Yeah,
dude, Ray Lazier was so weird when I met him because I was expecting this dude that was gonna be 6'3" and he's 5'4". He's so small, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. Dave Weckle's like that too. You meet Dave Weckle, he's 5'6".
I can't meet Dave Weckle.
No.
Why can't you meet Dave Weckle?
Didn't he pass away?
No.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what?
I thought, then again, how many people pass away every day that are fake news? I don't know. I don't really keep too solid to the ground on what's going on with current events and things like that. Cause I'm like I said, I don't care.
Yeah. That's actually a safer place to be, especially with what's going on anymore. So
pretty much.
So tell us about being a pastor.
Well, I don't have a church by any sans. I do some online preaching on TikTok and stuff like that. I'm going to be starting a church here soon, looking for a location and all that. I got the name, got the logo, got all that stuff, but it's just slow going. I'm not in any hurry to get it done or find locations and rush things because it's kind of all in God's timing. But I'll sit down with the pastor at my church and go over some of my sermons that I'm writing and some notes I have, and then Sunday will come up and I'll hear my notes in his sermon and be like, well, I guess it does work. I'll open up my tablet and show my wife, look, that came from me. Yeah.
She just pats you on the head and say, that's nice, dear.
She goes, that's a good boy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into the geeky. What kind of gear? I see you got some. Is it EMAT symbols? AMAT?
OMAT.
OMAT. I'm digging the way those sound. I really am.
Yeah. The best part about them is, and another reason that I really like supporting that newer company is they're cheap.
I know. I've looked at the prices.
The prices are amazing. I have almost 2 full sets of cymbals right now. So it's if you keep an eye on my videos, there's always stuff changing out. You'll notice the hi-hats go from the Energy series, which look like the Girl Scout cookies, and back to the Energy series, and then crash cymbals will swap out. And the ride, both of my rides are the same ride cymbal, but one's a 22 and one's a 20.
Right.
So it's I've never had the options like that. So, working with Richard and Kevin at OMET and RL Drums, man, those guys are awesome. They were my first, I need this endorsement kind of thing. My first endorsement was Humensenberg. Michael Berg is such an awesome dude. I can't say enough good things about his company, and him as a person. He is such a good dude, and everyone on his roster is unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Mark Alley, my photographer, for that connection, because he's really good friends with Michael Berg. And then the OMET and RL Drums thing, and then meeting King's Customs at the drum show. Now I'm with those guys as well, and it's cool because RL Drums and King's Custom Drums, that's usually 2 competitive. It's a competitive industry,
right? It's kind of
representing, and both companies are cool with it, and it's just I love that, because it's I can use that copper snare drum that's in my latest cover, and the last 2 lessons videos, and the 2 new ones I haven't uploaded yet, which I can't wait to upload those. They're so good. They are so good. They were accidental. If you watch the new Jeremy Camp cover for these days.
I did. I watched that today.
you'll see one of the drum fills that's in the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Mm-hmm.
You'll hear that gospel chops fill in there. That's one of the lessons. But I have some amazing companies that I have been so blessed to get to work with. And it's great because King's Customs Drums, Jason, the guy who builds the drums and owns the company, his whole family was at the show. Like, his dad was tuning drums and his mom was there supporting everything. And his wife was there doing it as well. And it's just like, man, I love family companies like that. But Jason is actually a pastor too.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, man, this is awesome. Like, so big shout out to
when I saw copper, it's like copper's one of my favorite materials for a drum. It just has its own sound.
Man, I love that drum.
Yeah, I heard you play it in the show video. That I wish I'd came down for that.
You should have.
You should have.
I know.
You miss out. You can
Yeah.
always come next year, though.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Let's see. You got anything you want to ask him?
He wanted to pull back the curtain on the background stuff.
Yeah, well, just because that's investigative journalism, but I don't care. Like, the I don't care mentality I love. I just want to know where that came from. Like, I just want to know.
Like, you're opening up a book.
Yeah.
A long chapter book there. Like I said, I've tried to get some sort of online presence since like YouTube started.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back and look at videos that I posted back in when YouTube started. I was one of like the first 15,000 people on YouTube.
Oh my God.
And nothing ever worked. I cared so much. I put so much into it. Nothing ever worked. And then same thing happened with, Facebook and Instagram and Vine and TikTok, and nothing ever worked. Yeah. Yeah. But nothing ever worked. Never. Nothing worked. And that would go into everything else in my life. I'd try to start like a business or do this or this or this, and nothing ever worked. And just continuously all this caring. And finally I'm like, you know what? I don't care. And then it worked. So it's just like, okay, I am just going to continue to not care. And that's like the short version.
Yeah, that's a good attitude. I share that attitude anymore because caring just gets you more work and
you're not
no
doing
satisfaction
when you're caring about it in that particular sense, and you're trying to appease the masses. And I know you even talked about a little bit of kind of going against that, when, I want to appease some of the viewers. Oh, my buddy, play this video. And I think acknowledging that it's a separate part of you versus I have to make these videos so that everybody will like me. I have to make these videos so they blow up. I have to do this. And now you're just like, I don't care. And I'm like, I'm looking just to give people who don't know an idea. I was almost ready with this. Some of your videos are 1 million views, 1.3 million, 854,000, 10,000, 500. But it's you doing what you want to do, not what everybody else
just doing whatever I want to do. Believe it or not, that early corn drum fill video is where one of my best friends now showed up. That's where Joe came from, was that lesson video.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
so, I've met some crazy, awesome people along this way, not caring.
Mm-hmm. That's just very cool.
It works. Yeah, it's incredibly cool.
And it's crazy because it's just like I feel so bad when I'm like, oh my God, I just had a video hit 1 million views. Let me take a screenshot of that and post about it. And at the same time, I'm like, man, that looks cocky. At the same time, I'm just like, no, I finally did it. I finally did something right in not caring. It's like, so I'm proud of myself for doing this, but I still don't care. Like, I posted it and I was done with it. Like, I haven't thought about that any of my videos being that high in views since till you said something. Thanks.
Those are the first ones that pop up.
Yeah, well, I have them pinned at the top, so you know, for business.
He's aware. He's aware.
Yeah, they're pinned at the top for business. That's just the way it is. So, you know, if somebody wants like, hey, I'm a drumstick company, and here I've got like some 120 pairs of drumsticks.
That's it.
The lot of them are old vintage sticks. Like I have 3 pairs of Pro Marks that are unused, flamed Japanese oak, still in the plastic bag.
Wow.
See, he remembers Pro Marks in the bag.
I do.
Troy remembers that. I have 3 pairs still in the bag. I still have unused pairs of Regal Tip Quantum drumsticks. I have like 15 pairs of unused Regal Tip Quantums. I have a pair of Regal Tip Jake Thomas signature sticks from the 60s.
Wow.
Like, I got those with my 1936 Ludwig and Ludwig concert.
I was going to ask about that next because that thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
That's a Fairly heirloom. Family heirloom.
Fairly
odd parents.
No, that brings back memories.
Oh, God.
Family heirloom. That was my Uncle Jack's personal, one of his concert snares from his years of drumming. Funny enough, Buddy Rich's family friend. Or was. So it's just like, they go way back. Like my family, my grandfather, my Uncle Jack, I mean, they're brothers. They played with so many huge names and like kept their name out of it. You know, as far as I know, kept their name out of it because you say our name and no one has a clue who we are. And it's just like, to name a few, you know, Miles Davis, Frank Sinatra, Engelbert Humperdinck, the Carpenters, every symphony in the freaking world. And it's just like the Jackson 5. It's just like my dad told me a story about how him and Michael Jackson were about the same age. And we all know Michael Jackson's dad would not let him have candy. My dad was sneaking Michael Jackson candy. So it's like we are so deep rooted in music, and I'm just sitting here like, I got 70,000 followers on TikTok. You know, it's like it's crazy to me that I have so many followers, but at the same time, it's just like I love them all, but it's just like I still have to keep that I don't care mentality because I don't want to end up like one of these like chicks on TikTok that's like, I'm a micro influencer. You can't arrest me.
Oh, you're going to let me stay at your hotel. I'm going to get you a bunch of views. No.
I guess we all saw that video.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not paying for my meal. I'm going to post about it on Instagram. And
you're going to get
all these people, all this business.
Yeah. That's the story of Nashville. We get paid in exposure bucks.
I want a DePool exposure buck. Like I just here you go.
Believe it or not, I play in 2 bands. I play in my own band called Us as Servants. And if I say, hey, go add my band, Us as Servants, not a single light comes through. But if I say the other band I play for, which is Christoria, and she's phenomenal. Most of her music is written by the guitar players from Disciple. And I'll post about, hey, go like this thing. And then she'll message me a couple days later like, I just noticed I had 500 new follows. And then I noticed they were all drummers. Thanks.
Guilty.
It's just like, and then, I started posting about King's Custom Drums from the drum show. And like, I go to their page after I looked them up the first day of the drum show and I saw they had like 270 followers and now they're sitting at like 400 and something. And he's just like, oh, thanks, dude. So it's like,
yeah, I followed RL.
I guess
RL because of you.
Oh, dude, RL makes some sick stuff, man.
Like
I want that rose gold and flat black drum kit that he had at the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw that in the video. Yeah. $3,800.
Yeah. It was dope though. All right.
It was. Well, tell us about Christoria.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know much. I play drums. Like I know that she's got There's a bunch of there's like everything that I could talk about in Christoria is behind the scenes stuff I can't talk about because it's not mine to talk about. But there is a music video coming out this month.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So,
we like to cycle up here in Louisville, so they're playing.
But yeah, as far as Christoria, I can't really say anything. She's gonna call me after she sees this and goes, "You could have told him this." Be like, "I didn't know." But the new single that's out is doing like phenomenal. Like she's like in shock because of how like she'll get on and look and it'll be like 150 people are listening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it got like 10,000 listens in like 2 weeks. And it's still growing crazy. And it's just so I like to message her when she starts bragging about it. Not bragging, but like being excited about it. I go, "I told you." Like when I first heard the song, I was like, "Told you."
Yeah, it's I listened to it today. It's got kind of a she's kind of got almost a Plum vibe, I think. A little bit of Evanescence in there. So
yeah. I have no idea who that is. I know who
I figured you would not. So
yeah.
I
know who Evanescence is. I don't like them, but I know who they are.
It also sounds like she also sounds like Natalie Merchant from 10,000 Maniacs, but you probably won't know that one either. So
I know who that is, but I never listened to them.
Yeah, her vocals remind me of that, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find out if she takes that as a compliment when this airs.
Well, the podcast page just followed King's Custom and RL, and we're going to follow Christoria too. So we're going to get
one here.
I think we're actually already doing that. So because I may have already done that, but I'll do it on my personal page too then. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It starts to get a little blurred when you're like, okay, I have this page. Hold on. Am I following?
Dude, look at all the pages I've got. I mean, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I've got 2 TikTok pages, 2 Facebook pages, plus actual band account Facebook pages. I have 2. I'm overworked. And I did it. I do it to myself. Yeah.
No.
Actually, I have 2 Instagrams. One of them's a band page, but I let my bass player handle that one.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So not much gets posted from there.
Makes sense too.
Just the way it is.
Because you don't care. Because you don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't care.
I know the realism of I could say, "Hey, go listen to my band," and no one's gonna do it.
Yeah, but I feel like if everybody was like, if you're like, "I don't care if you go listen to the band," now they're like, "Well, now I need to listen to it. Why doesn't he want us to like what?"
Well, you know what's funny is every time somebody actually does go and listen to it, they're like, "Whoa, dude, that was insane! How are you not signed?" To be like, "I know, right?"
Yeah. I got a band on Spotify too, so it's like.
I didn't even add the bands I play for into this background. I failed.
You failed miserably.
Epic fail because you didn't care. Yeah. You didn't care.
I was like, okay, they're viewing me. They don't care about the bands I play for. Yeah, that didn't. Nope. I didn't work at all.
Listen, I walk around with a billboard now at shows. I'm like, hey, the only 2 of these jerseys, these particular jerseys in the world, are on this screen right now. So it's pretty cool for us.
I don't have one.
No, most people don't. Jerseys for drummers. Awesome guy. Done some cool stuff for drummers.
Nice.
Especially
I just have my Drummers versus Everybody shirt on. I figured that would be appropriate.
No, I thought you put some thought into it. So you did care about what you wore, though. You did.
Actually, it was a full accident. I was looking for a shirt that was clean, and this was it.
Okay.
So really, I didn't care. It just worked out.
He turned it around.
Like literally, I know it sounds like planned, but I swear to you, this was not the shirt I had on 10 minutes before I started this.
Nice save there. I'm gonna give
nice save.
Nice save.
Like, if you asked my wife hey, he doesn't really care, she'll go, bull. Because I'm like, I gotta go up to the studio, I gotta record these songs, I gotta get them edited by this time, and then do this, and then this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and you don't care? What?
Here's how I can prove you can care.
Is it crooked?
No, it's not.
No, it's still there, just for you. Dang it! Now I got to try to fix that.
Yep. So you cared again. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I care if my hat looks crooked or not.
Listen, the episode's just going to be called "Kidney Stones and Kick Drums." Like, what are we?
They're related.
Kick drums cure kidney stones. Find out how that happened. The end of the episode, they're like, didn't. Yeah, exactly.
It's still a mystery, I know, right?
So talk about the shows you have coming up. I know you said you're flying tomorrow, coming to the Sunshine State there. I'm pretty sure that's not for a show, but do you have any shows coming up or events? For a
show. I do. Let me look. I don't even remember. I know there's one. I think it's the 21st is next month at Bring It Back Games in Shelbyville, Tennessee. And then the 24th of this month at Bring It Back. I don't know. I need a calendar. Hold on. I told you, I don't care. My bass player would just be like, hey, what time are we meeting on Saturday? I'm like, for what? The show. All right. So, okay. This month is the 24th. So we haven't practiced in 3 weeks either. So that should be interesting because we're not practicing this week either. Whoops. All right. So, and then next month is the 21st. Both of those are at Bring It Back Games in Shelbyville. I think doors open usually at 5 or 6 o'clock. And I believe we are opening for both of those.
All right. So
he's not really sure, but
that's a 10.5 hour drive for me and about 3.5 for you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's worth coming, but it's probably not worth coming.
I feel like
I'm just being real. Like, I mean, it's always fun, but it's just like, why? Like, I don't even want to go to my own shows. I mean, it's
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't even gig anymore because of that. Because it's like, why do I want to leave the house and carry a bunch of stuff around? I don't.
Dude, my drum kit started off so small. Like, I look at it all the time now going, how can I make this smaller and not be comfortable? Like, you can go back and watch that out.
Tell everybody else.
Like, you can go back and watch. At one point, I was using a 4-piece version of my kit, but I still had a huge cymbal setup, so it wasn't really worth it. I was like, I'm still dragging all this along. What's one more tom?
And then what's one more tom? And then, you know.
No. I don't have any more drums except snares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 snares right now.
Jeez. That is.
I don't know where I don't know where they all came from.
I want that problem. Like, I want to know where stuff did come. Where's that?
Like, I got my Mapex Metallian bell brass snare. Love that snare drum. And then I've got, obviously, my 1936 Ludwig and Ludwig.
Mm-hmm.
But now I just sold my Pearl Free Floater yesterday. So one less. And then, so I've got my RL drums, copper golf ball, as I call it. Or if you look at the autocorrect on that post where I put it up, the Cooper drum.
Yeah.
Drum. I meant to do that.
No, it was autocorrect. Like, autocorrect makes me look stupid a lot, and I still don't care. But I've got that guy, which that has become like a mainstay on the drum kit. Mm-hmm. Like, ever since I've got that one, it stays, which I also have those 2 King's Customs drums. Like, and then next month I send those back and he sends me 2 more. And then that cycle just repeats. But I've got a custom snare drum coming. And it's out of this world. It's the craziest looking drum you'll ever see. Like, I can't wait to get that thing and post pictures
the
of it.
unboxing.
I've never used the hashtag drum porn. Ever. Obviously. Pastor, don't do that kind of thing. So like
Right.
I will use that hashtag for that.
What's the one drum that made him use this hashtag? Watch the video to find out.
yeah, for real. But that's coming, and then we're also in talks about building a signature production model.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the goal on that is to keep it under $500 because I don't want to have a signature item that you'll never see me use.
Mm-hmm. That nobody can afford.
$1,200, $1,800 guitar that I don't even use because it's a piece of crap. But I've got one that looks just like it. That's a signature custom shop. You know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So after, a couple months of going through all these different snare drums that I'm going to be auditioning, videoing, demoing, and all this stuff, I'm going to be like, all right, I like this, 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 and this. Let's make it happen for this. And try to find a way to make all that happen as a signature drum. So, and that'll be through King's Customs.
And do they build everything locally?
Do they build? I just had the address because I had to mail him something.
I know they're in South Carolina somewhere, but
no, that's RL.
Okay.
Kings? No, King's is in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Jason has been so supportive already, and we've only been working together maybe 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Like I have the same relationship with him that I have with Richard. Richard takes care of me so well. It's just man, I am so lucky. I know we've already discussed this, but I can't say enough nice words about all of the people that work with me. It's man, if I never have stick and head endorsement, I don't care. This is awesome. I have one of the best teams of people around me that I could have ever asked for. And now I'm sure you got something written down on that book that isn't going to make us sit here repeating myself.
No.
I know you got some more questions in there that are weird.
Oh no, I'm going to save those for next time.
Oh God, because we're going to have a part 2.
Yeah, we're going to have a part 2.
I think we're going to have
I'm for it. Anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm for it.
Really, toothpicks?
Well, when you get the custom snare, for sure.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be nasty in a good way.
Yeah. Drum porn.
He's losing it. He's just out of it.
That's all right. I got my dad staring at me while we're having this conversation. So, that's
no judgment here.
No, but
a lot of judgment from me, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Wait, I started it. Never mind.
Yeah, listen, I'm excited. We started this show, or the idea of this show came together just because Dad had moved and we weren't getting to see each other, and I was like, we talk about drums all the time. We send each other videos all day long. We talk about, oh, we heard about this, oh, this person's playing with this. Let's just do this podcast. So that's really what that's been. And it's been kind of an exciting journey. So getting people I don't know or I didn't know as much about before, who now have become, friends of the show, and just the mentality you brought to it. Everything you just brought to this. I've interviewed a lot of people in my life. I've never had anybody just, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's not.
You messaged me yesterday. I'm like, how about tonight, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I'm cool with ever. I don't have to prepare. The only thing I prepared was I washed this and made it crooked.
I'm the same way. I don't ever have any notes for this. It's just kind of, it's organic. It's going to go the way it's going to go, and that's how I like it.
That's what we wanted it to be. I originally had notes. I had everything when I started doing interviews, and then I went, why? And then I would just keep the digital sticky notes on the screen and just be like, make sure to talk about this if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, I can't just be like, so tell me about your childhood. You're like, no, that's not where we were going with this conversation.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. If you said that to me, I'd be like, What, in the drum department or just in general?
Yeah.
If we're talking drums, yeah, cool, let's go there because I don't care. But if we're going into the other stuff, that's no, we're not
They're
doing
like,
that.
No, we're not doing
That we don't. You don't want that kind of like viewership thing, or whatever that would be called. Like you don't want that.
Everybody tune in to the stuff you're not going to hear about. So.
That's a different show, and we're not doing that one. So
you could always just like mess with the viewers of this and just be like, so on the next, all right, now we're going to talk about the extreme torment of your childhood, and just ends.
And just ends.
You're like, wait, what?
It stopped recording. I don't know what happened. Like
it just didn't. It just like something happened and it just shut off.
Listen, I will say, to me, like I've had 3 instances in my life where something didn't record at all. And I'm like, I had no backup because I wasn't prepared for it not to record because it had done it 50 times before. And I've been like, oh, okay. And I played it back and I'm like, that was a one-time opportunity phone call. I'm not getting that again.
Yeah.
And
don't call me tomorrow and be like, yeah, it didn't work.
I tried.
Because I'll be like, I'm on a plane, dude. You ain't getting this till I get back.
You're like, where are you at? I'm in Jensen Beach. Why are you in Jensen Beach? We got to redo.
Well, you know that thing about recording, it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, like me going to Florida, though, I mean, that's like, okay, let's look at the timeline here. I uploaded my first video July 7th last year. Wow. That's when this started, like to us getting here right now in this podcast. Wow. It started almost a little over a year ago. Over 20 million views. Well, I think we're sitting at 74,000-ish followers. I've gone up like 2,000 since the last time I counted, just on Facebook. I know at least 1,000 on Instagram and 1,000 to 1,500 on YouTube. So it's somewhere in that area. I have not taken a week off. I tried that one week. I recorded 10 videos in one night. I say one night, but it's like realistically 2.5, 3 hours of actual playing time. And with the intention of, I'm going to go home, I'm going to start editing these videos, and then whatever I don't finish, I'm going to do tomorrow. Get them all done and get a back catalog of videos so I can take a week off. Yeah, that lasted till the next week. I went back and recorded more, and like I haven't. And like, so now I'm going to actually, the days I usually don't play drums outside of band rehearsals, but leaving Thursday evening. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I usually don't do anything except go to church, spend some time with the family, kind of chill. And then Monday I go to work. Well, I'm actually going to take a week off. I will probably not hold to that. I will probably end up back in the saddle as soon as I get back home and recording videos again. If nothing, I'll go down and shoot like 2 lessons videos, and that'll be the end of it for the week, but I've got 2 lessons videos and 1 more King's Custom Snare Drum video in the vault, which I'm going to upload the King's Custom video tonight and just time it out to release like on Sunday morning or something, along with I'll upload a reel. The thing about the reels and shorts is you can't post date those. You have to upload them on the spot. So probably while I'm eating breakfast on Sunday morning in Florida before I go, golfing or sailing or whatever my dad's got planned, I'll be sitting there uploading the video. It takes me like 10 minutes to hit all platforms and get it uploaded, and then shut my phone off for the next day, because that's whenever I upload my reels, it's just like just like nonstop all day, like shares and comments, likes, and all that. And while I love it, and I really do, I love that so many people enjoy my content, it's annoying. Like I finally turned notifications off on Facebook, because that's the bulk of them, and YouTube doesn't push notify of comments. Heck, I get notified of half the comments on YouTube. So about once a week, I go through everything that I go through, as many videos as I can, and try to find comments that I never saw. And I can't stand that.
Oh.
Yeah, because he really does care, folks.
The content you love. It's annoying.
Yeah, basically. Like I said,
but I do it for you.
Do what?
But I do it for you, but I really don't care.
Yeah. I mean, if you notice, you can go through and look. If you can find it, of all the shares that I've gotten on every single video since day one, I have gone and liked and or commented on every single one of them.
Jeez.
Every single share, comment that I've gotten, I've tried to respond to. Unless it's a comment that's like something like, please give me your sticks. Then I just pass over that.
There's a lot of those too, I saw.
Yeah.
Dude, go find any picture where I post a bulk dump of all my drumsticks. And it's just tons of comments of please send me sticks.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It would cost me more to send you a pair of sticks than to just send you money to get sticks.
Which, by the way, is not going to do. So
No.
Dude, like, I'm going to have to like take advantage of the fact that I have 2 companies that endorse me that have discount breaks on shipping because they ship so much and start paying them to send me shipping labels. Like, where I work, we don't have a bulk shipping contract. So like we'll ship a box that's like 13 inches by like 13 inches by 13 inches. And it costs like $45 to ship and it weighs 2 pounds. Like,
right.
What? So it's like absurd. So insane. Yeah. So for me to send a single pair of sticks to the Philippines would probably cost me $60.
Yeah. Instead of just sending you the money to get the sticks, which once again, he's not going to do.
Yeah, he's not going to do it. So
yeah, I'm not.
Stop asking him.
He's not going to do money.
I won't be mad if there's like 10 comments of people like, send me your sticks.
Dude, it's going to be because, and it'll probably be started by Joe Toomer. I guarantee you, it'll be him that starts it. Promise you.
We'll
he
start
sent me his
trolling him
sticks,
now.
though.
So.
He sent me his sticks.
Wow.
So he actually sent me like 3 pairs of scorpion sticks to try out.
Ooh.
So while I liked them, there was just something I couldn't get used to about them, and it's the medium taper. I use a short taper. Granted, I loved the sticks because I can't break them. I still have them. I still use them from time to time. Those sticks probably have 15 hours on them. Haven't even started shedding them.
No, they won't.
They're great sticks. I'm so mad he doesn't have a short taper because I'd be sold. Yeah, Scorpion, make a short taper.
I don't think we can end it better than that. So, Jay, not that anybody watching can't tell where to find you. Where are we looking? Where are we going with this?
So it's Jay DePool on every single network except YouTube. It's Jay DePool Music because the Us as Servants DistroKid account is linked to that YouTube. So that's where it is.
You're like, it had to be there. So
yeah, they're just like, hey, that's got the followers there already. I'm just going to put it there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, on behalf of myself, I just wanted to, kind of thank, Jerseys for Drummers. Joe was on the show last episode. This is the first time these 2 have been worn and seen in the same picture ever. So this is pretty exciting. This
first
is
time this has been worn ever. So
yeah,
yours is
my new.
Troy's is red and Matt's is orange.
Nope, they're the same color.
Just on my screen, it's like, yeah, there you go. Believe it or not, all of my lighting for my drum videos and up there that you're seeing, like you see how bright my palm is. They're just LED shop lights.
Yeah,
I swear to you, dude, they are $15 Walmart LED shop lights.
I'm running LEDs from IKEA over here, so
yeah, mine
are cheaper. My lighting,
dude. Yeah, everything I have is so budget; it's not even funny.
Well, now I'm just gonna go buy Walmart shop lights.
Oh yeah, we'll go into the cost of my gear later.
Oh, that'll be a fun episode. We're gonna have whole episodes just for things like if we need somebody, we're like, Jay, what are you doing? Nothing. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, that will be the response. Like, I'm usually doing nothing. Like, I had to shoot all my videos on Monday and Tuesday. Usually I shoot on Wednesdays and Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays is shoot day. Wednesdays is, oops, I sucked yesterday, shoot day. Which is usually the case. Which is why I had to shoot last night, because Monday was atrocious. Like, no one will ever see those videos. I tried to do, you know who Buried Alive is?
No.
Yeah.
The guitar player that has like the whole like fruit pun thing. His song, Raising the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to work out a cover of that, and for some reason I could not get my feet and hands to cooperate. I was just like, nah, we're done here.
Not working. I'll have to give that another go, just because I had a buddy tell me about them and I listened to them briefly, but not thoroughly.
It's one of those things that we were talking about earlier where it's music written for musicians.
Yeah.
But he's really fun to watch play.
90% of my music listening for the next 2 months is just going to be Demon Hunter. So
I'm going to see them in October, actually.
So am I. I already got my tickets. VIP 2.
Where at?
Tampa.
Oh, okay. Because they're going to be in Alabama on the 5th of October.
So I'm going on the 7th.
It'll be the first time I've ever seen them live.
So it's the first time I will be seeing them live, because in 2012, I was at Scream the Prayer, and Hurricane Deborah hit at the time, which is ironic given that Debbie just hit. And one of my friends that I was with who brought us there, their house was flooding. So we had to leave the concert in Jacksonville and drive 4 hours home to get to that, to prevent anything from happening. And Demon Hunter was headlining that show, and I never got to see him. And to my knowledge, they've not played in Tampa in those last 12 years. So on my birthday,
they don't tour very often, but my bass player has seen them every time they've come within 4 hours of here.
Yeah. So
Yogi, that's his favorite band.
Yogi has said he'd be on the show, so we're working on scheduling him around the touring. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, let me know about that one, because my bass player will definitely watch that.
Yeah, and Impending Doom is playing with them as well, and they've done a lot of work with Demon Hunter. And I'm ruining a lot for future people, but if you've watched this far, you get all the good stuff. Andrew Holzbauer, who's playing with Impending Doom right now on this tour, is actually a friend of mine. Met him through watching him play for other bands, and got to meet him, and he's one of those cool dudes. And I reached out basically when I found out about the tour, and I said, hey, you want to be on the podcast? He was like, absolutely. He's like, just let me know when we get closer. I said, perfect. So
there you go.
I'm
going to do everything I can do to get some attention to y'all's podcast. So
it's appreciated. We're not here to be famous, but we're here to have fun. And really, like, bringing this in, it's not always both of us on the show. We've kind of changed the format as, to see what works, and there's some people that, it's for me, and there's some people for him. And then there's the combination. And I think this was a great episode to kind of showcase, like, we could take, somebody Dad's known about you for a while, and he's talked about you, and we followed you, and you've shared things. And it was like,
I noticed y'all have been following me for quite a while, actually.
And you always answer the post. That's what I noticed too. So it's like,
well, I'm not big enough to be egotistical yet.
Yeah.
After this podcast, though, I'm going to be like super, super egotistical because I'm special now.
Okay.
On that note, Jay, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Have fun on vacation.
Yeah. Oh man, I really hope I do.
Yeah. Please try to enjoy it.
I definitely need it. You know how many people I know where they're just like, dude, you're gonna go up there. I swear to God, you better not post nothing. You better enjoy.
Now I'm gonna hold back on posting this until you get back, and demand like, there you go.
Oh no, I mean, I'll have my time at night to kind of, catch up on the day of like comments and likes and shares and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'll obviously push this and stuff when I have the chance, but I'm not going to be like in the middle of the day being like, all right, Dad, I can't go golfing with you because I have to post this video because I'm a micro influencer. I'm special. Like there's, have you even noticed that I've never asked anybody like, or in the few times I have said, you know, follow my page and all this, I say it and I look like I'm tormenting myself to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't until recently I found a way around that with my YouTube videos, which I forgot to do in the last one. I didn't put the little subscribe like whoosh thing in it.
Yeah.
Right.
I learned how to do that recently, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I hate that. Ring that bell. I want to smash my head into the desk every time I hear that. Just like ring that bell.
Listen,
yeah,
I'm gonna leave you with 3 words that you're gonna enjoy. Don't be suspicious.
Sorry, what was that last word?
Don't be suspicious.
Okay, because it came out suspicious.
Hey, listen, what did you say earlier? Fairly heirloom?
Yeah, fairly heirloom.
Fairly heirloom.
It's funny you say that. Don't be suspicious. Did you see my drum cover of that? Okay.
I said it. It was fantastic. That's why I said it. I was like,
I figured that would have did a lot better than it did, but it didn't.
It's her voice. It's what it is.
I don't know. I like to sleep talking with you, kind of trying to do the mask.
Yeah, it was just a balaclava from the winter I threw on.
Yeah.
That's it. It's what I used to wear under my motorcycle helmet. And I was just like, it's sleep token. It fits. You know how much crap I got from the boomer generation for that?
Oh, boy. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm technically a boomer, but last year, so I identify with Generation X.
Yeah, I mean, dude, no, dude, recently I got crap from one of those guys, and I don't even remember what it was. I was just like, wow, you're dumb. Like, that was my literal, like, sitting there reading it went, you ever seen the movie Billy Madison?
Of course.
Okay, at the very end where it's like, at no point in your incoherent rambling have you said anything that has made any sense. I award you no points. And we are now dumber.
Everyone in this room is now
dumber. May God, may God have mercy on your soul. Like I've read so many comments like that where that's the first thing that comes to my head, and every single time it's got 100% track record. It's a boomer, elitist, every single time. Every time it's an elitist boomer. Every time. Oh, you can't do it with one single pedal, so you're just a banger. They love calling me a banger.
These are the things I'm clipping at the end. Like
dude, clip some of this stuff and put shorts out, man. I'm giving you shorts material here. But my bass player is the most literal person in the world. He's the funniest person I know. He's actually my best friend, but he is just a riot to be around. Like he loves going to like drum shows and drum shops, and he has not a drummer.
He's like, I don't have a clue what this is.
Oh, he loves going to because he'll always ask me what's this, and so I'm like educating him. Like if he's not doing anything and I have a show that doesn't involve him, he shows up as my drum tech.
That's good.
Perfect.
Yeah, Haji. You probably seen him comment on my stuff. His name's Haji Moto.
Thank you, Haji, for everything.
Thank you, Haji.
You're learning things.
That dude has bought me so much gear, it's not even funny. He's like, do you like that cymbal? I'm like, yes, but I can't afford it. He's like, I got it. It's like, oh, right.
Okay, then.
Wow.
So, but our cymbal shopping sprees are kind of over, though, because now it's like, I'm using Omets, and they don't make those at Guitar Center. So,
well, on that note, Jay,
yeah,
like I said, usually we cut them to 30. I didn't want to stop us. Like every time we went to stop, you'd say something, and I'm like, okay, let's just keep it going. Let's keep it rolling.
20 minutes
that's
later.
the best part.
This is why we need to have like live.
Oh God, we'd be going for hours. It would just keep going.
Dude, that's how you make the big bucks, man.
Yeah. Well,
that's how you make the big bucks.
we'll do it earlier next time. Try to figure out the schedules. It just depends on how everything works. But to wrap everything up, Jay, thank you so much for coming out. It was really cool just to have the conversation and to know that in the future you'll definitely be a reoccurring guest. You know, somebody who's on the show, even though you don't care. We'll still have you on.
And we don't either. So
yeah. So
no, like when it comes to like having me as a guest or whatever, like, dude, I don't care if I'm like some like mega arena drummer or whatever. Like, y'all reached out to me first when I was technically nobody. I will always come on and be a guest on your stuff.
Well, thank you.
That. Yeah, and drummers versus everybody. Couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you so much and have yourself a great night. Enjoy your vacation.
Have a great vacation.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe to the DrumQuig Podcast. Thank you so much.